Sunny 93.3, thank you so much for listening. On a Thursday, we have Jeff Harding joining us once again, and he's with Prairie Real Estate Group, and we have this little thing we do called a Spotlight on Sioux Falls Real Estate. Jeff, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Fabulous. We're going to go through today. We get to kind of be the Mythbusters here, which for those of you who like that show, sorry for ripping off their name, but certainly not going to try to be them. What we're going to do is go through several myths here, things that people think they know, and then you're going to kind of set us straight, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of perception out there that people think that they need to do certain things to get their home ready for sale. And the truth is every home's not the same. Some homes need this, some homes don't. So we're going to kind of conquer some of those myths and figure out what may apply to your home and what may not apply to your home when it comes to thinking about selling it.
So myth number one, I need to redo my kitchen and my bathroom before selling my house.
Well, the thing about redoing a kitchen, that can be a spendy project. And, even though they increase the value of your home once they've been redone, typically you won't reap a large return on your investment if you do a major renovation right before selling. So what I would recommend is minor renovations minor renovations may help you sell your home for a higher price without having to spend a lot of money at it. So we're looking at, new countertops and new appliances. That adds a lot of value to a potential buyer. When they see that it's got new appliances, that puts that home at the top of the list of all the other homes that they looked at in the same price range that didn't have brand new appliances. We're not talking about redoing the flooring. We're not talking about, replacing the cupboards and cabinets. New appliances, that's an investment that may cost you a couple grand, but it could add twice that to what we sell your home for as far as the value you're going to get back.
Very nice. Now, how about myth number two? My home's exterior is not nearly as important as the interior.
Well, home buyers, they often make a snap judgment when they first get out of their vehicle and they're looking at a home that they're thinking about buying. So first impressions go a long ways. I would put a lot of value in minor things outside as far as landscape, putting some fresh mulch down, making sure that front porch or deck or those steps have a fresh coat of paint or stain, making sure that maybe it's just a matter of putting a fresh coat of paint on your front door. Give it kind of a trendy color. Make it look nice.
I can tell you an example. When we lived in Nebraska, the house that we ended up buying there, we went there 2 other times before we even went in. So it wasn't until the third time we went there that we even went inside because of curb appeal. It didn't look like a house that we would like. And finally, we had looked at, I think, every other home that had ever been for sale in that town. So we finally made it back, and our realtor convinced us to go in. Then we fell in love with the house.
The hard truth of it is people do judge books by their cover in this industry. Your home having that eye appeal and that curb appeal, that's going to make a big difference when somebody walks up and pulls. You know what? People might drive by and look at your home, see the for sale sign. They don't even get out because they've already judged it by what they saw out front.
Absolutely. So on to myth number 3. If my home is clean, that's all that matters. I don't really need to stage it.
Well, it's different for every home. Clean and tidy is really the good first step, making sure it's got a good cleaning to it, the windows, the cracks on the inside of the windowsill, stuff like that. Get the dust, get the dirt off everything. If something looks clean, then you feel like whoever owned that home took care of it. That's more of a peace of mind for any potential buyer. The other thing we'd want to consider is we talked before about a blank canvas. We want potential buyers to be able to see your home as a blank canvas. They want to envision their furniture in it. They want to envision their stuff hanging on your walls, and where would the TV go, and where would that buffet go that you inherited from your grandma. They see everything laying out in their head, and the more stuff you have in your home, it could get in the way of that. But there are certain homes, especially in higher price ranges, where staging it helps draw that picture for them. To give an example, we had a luxury twin home that we were selling in a higher price range, Ralph Rogers in Western Avenue area, and it was beautiful. We built this home. It was top of the line, everything. And when you walked in it, I mean, you just looked at it like, wow, this is beautiful. But we didn't sell that home the first week we had it listed. We didn't sell it the first month we had it listed. We showed it 50 times, and people were floored by how beautiful it was, but it didn't sell. We staged it with the right dining room set and the right couch, helping people envision how that big open area of the kitchen and living room would lay out. The first person that looked at it after we staged it bought that house.
That makes a big difference. And our final myth, granite and stainless are old news.
Well, the majority of home shoppers still want granite countertops. They still want stainless steel appliances, quartz, marble, concrete counters. I mean, there's so much stuff out there now as far as what's trendy. The fact is they want to buy something that doesn't look dated. And your home may be 30 years old. It may be older than that. A lot of the homes we're selling in that $200,000 range were built in, 1978. And if you're going to walk into that home and the banister looks old and, the kitchen looks dated, how do you overcome that? A lot of times you can paint stair railings and banisters. You can paint the trim in your house and make it, if you paint your walls gray and you paint your trim white, I mean, all of a sudden that house looks 30 years newer. But when it comes to the kitchen, the fact is stainless steel appliances, if you're going to buy new appliances to put in that kitchen, I'd probably still buy stainless steel ones. It makes you feel like they're new appliances.
Absolutely. Again, we've gone through today with some myths, and then we've gotten the truths from Jeff Harding at Prairie Real Estate Group. If you'd like to reach out to Jeff, what is the number to call?
605-521-3000.
And I've got a link to their website and his phone number and all the information on our website, sunnyradio.com.